This is just one more thing that potentially could get damaged on the trail. One of the things I really love about roof nest tents, the main reason that I picked it was I'm gonna take you on a tour of my roof nest. I'm gonna tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and why I chose it. Give you some pointers on how to select the perfect rooftop tent for your adventures. So what I have up here on the Grenadier is the Roof Nest Falcon 2 Evo XL. And the main reason that I picked it was size. I've had James Baroud iCampers. They're all pretty thick, and I recently put a 2-inch lift on the Grenadier, and so my garage clearance space was an issue, and this was perfect for the tight space I have between the top of the Grenadier and the roof of my garage. You can see it's pretty much a uniform length or uniform height all the way across, which is nice too. A lot of the hard shell tents have some height variability, which can get hung up on things. But this has a nice flat clearance. It's rhino lined, for lack of a better term, meaning that between the shape and how it's finished, that branches and things are gonna pass over it very easily. I chose for the first time a tent that pivots on the front, meaning it opens like a clamshell, which is new for me. Someone my height and with the size feet I do usually has a hard time, but this tent is extremely long inside. It's way longer than I would need to stretch out, and I'm 6'4". So to me, having the ability to open and close it quickly and having the hinges on the front be as strong as they are was a good trade-off for me rather than having a tent that folds up completely. One of the things I like and don't like are the shock absorbers. They're really useful in raising it and lowering, along with these really stout latches. They're great to put on. What I don't like, obviously, is that the shock absorber, the strut, is external to the tent. I don't know construction-wise if it'd be feasible to have them inside, but this is just one more thing that potentially could get damaged on the trail. So moving around to the back of the tent, one of the things I really love about roof nest tents are these handles. Because it's a front pivot opening clamshell, it sits up really high. So in addition to there being a very long pull strap, it has these very tough handles that you can grab a hold of and just swing yourself down and pull the thing closed, which I'll show you. In terms of mounting the tent, obviously there's 1,000 different types of rail systems and mounting systems, and so many different kinds of roof racks. Sometimes finding the right mounting system for your roof rack can be a challenge, so make sure and research that to the degree possible. Ask any questions down below. I'm happy to answer them. If you need some help kind of figuring out how to fit one rooftop tent to a particular rack, let's go ahead and open the tent and we'll see what's inside. And that's all it takes to put this thing up. I want to take just a moment and tell you why I picked a hard shell tent over a soft shell. There's advantages and disadvantages to both, and like anything else in overlanding, it's highly dependent on where you're going to be using the thing and what you're going to be using it for. I really like soft shell tents. They're great. They unfold. They can be much bigger than the hard shell tents. I also like the hybrid varieties like iCamper that are a little bit of both. But ultimately, I made the decision based on the reality of where I was going to be doing most of my overlanding. Just know where you're going and make your decisions based on what's going to work for you. Both soft shell and hard shell tents are great. They both have wonderful features and they both have their unique advantages and disadvantages. Make the decision while educating yourself at the same time. So looking at the tent from the outside in, one of the things that I really like about especially the new roof nest tents is that they have a lot of extra features that some of the other ones just don't have. Starting with, it has ports for either outside electrical or a duct for a heating system. The other thing I really like about roof nest tents is that there's doors. 1, 2, 3 large doors that you can use. And what I like about this is when it comes to getting gear up into it, because that's so big, you can literally stand back and free throw your duffel bags and stuff into the tent. And that's just a nice feature to have. Inside the roof nest rooftop tent, a lot of headroom, a lot of space. Another feature that I love with roof nest is the built-in LED lighting. Just using a small little jump battery, you can run this lighting for a long time. It's just LED strip lighting, uses very little power at all. A lot of places to put your stuff you want to keep close at hand at night. And then there is also on the sides, there's a place to put your shoes, to hang them off of the tent floor. When we make decisions based on things like how slim the rooftop tent is when it's closed, unfortunately and naturally, we're gonna have to sacrifice a few other things. And one of the things that I do not like about this tent is the mattress. It's pretty small. I'm a big guy, perhaps for somebody maybe a little smaller, it might be a little more comfortable, but I find my hips and my shoulders making contact with the floor of the tent. For the slimness of the tent, I feel like they made the right choice in mattresses. For me personally though, I just want to get a little something more comfortable. First of all, with a lot of these fabric-sided hard shell tents, you'll see this bungee cord installed with it. And the purpose of that is to ensure, or at least to assist in the walls kind of sucking in when you close the tent. The other thing is to make sure that you leave your windows partially open. That way the air that comes out when you fold the clamshell down won't blow the sides of the tent out. Let's close this thing. Let's go camping.